Hello everybody, I'm here for the annual Red Mass again in front of the local church in Staten Island, where judges and attorneys come in order to congregate in a clear violation of separation of state and church. Okay, the judge is coming out. Let's see, documenting it for everybody. I think that's Judge Castarini. I'm here on my own for now, but more victims are supposed to be joining me. Let's see, it's a public place. Oh, they're all coming out. It's very interesting. The ceremony seems to be either ending or beginning. Please write if you can hear me okay. Actually, I saw people filing in. It's very, very interesting. And I'll provide commentary as it goes, but I don't mind being a lone First Amendment celebrator here. These are my signs, and more signs and more people are supposed to be coming, so I'm clearly visible. Well, they're all dressed in their black robes. I see Judge Wolf there. I think it's Ronald Castarini, and that's a judge from the Supreme Court. So my friend John is joining. It's the judges. Okay. Parental alienation harms children. Hey John. Oh, they have a ceremony here, so just
nobody tipped you to go first. I can't believe it.
Covering the judge. How are you? You have a whole procession of judges. It's on live, it's on Facebook, so you'll be able to watch it.
But what is it for?
It's Facebook Live.
Now I can't hear you.
Facebook Live, yeah. This person seems to be somebody from the media. From the media department, yeah. Oh, I recognize the first woman. I think is from OCA. I remember this gentleman. He approached us. Let me switch to. No NYPD.
Judges, please look this way. This wonderful.
Not for him. Forget him. No, you forget him. He's taking a picture of fun, taking a picture.
But I won't block Judge Ozzie. There we go. I was in front of the line.
Marjorie Steinberg, Karen Wolf, several other judges.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please get back in line where you are.
It's kind of dark. Is that going to
Thanks everybody for watching.
That's so exciting. We go back to Pensacola is more north than northern city.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eva, request denied.
It's a 4-day weekend.
Interestingly enough, Marjorie Steinberg and Karen Wolf apparently are Jewish, and according to the Jewish religion, you are not supposed to enter a church. So I'm staying outside, but apparently they see no problem entering.
Some people think you don't have a jacket on.
No, not at all. I took my jacket.
Yeah, I know. Put it in there. When I learned my lesson 1 year.
This lady's from OCA, completely peaceful, no NYPD. My friend John is there, signs are there.
I don't know, is this lieutenant in charge or what?
It used to be Janet. Well, it used to be like Janet.
I remember this gentleman. He cursed us out 2 years ago.
Yeah, quarter lower, yeah. Quarter inferior jurisdiction. You're a quarter inferior jurisdiction.
And the judges are filing in. This is Judge Karen Wolf and Marjorie Steinberg. She was a support magistrate and now she's a judge. I covered her treatment of me extensively on my Facebook. Two Jewish women entering the Catholic Church. They're clearly not observant. That explains why my court sessions were scheduled on Jewish holidays. Raises serious questions as to the presentation and potential tensions that it creates between people of different faiths. Not very conducive. Thank you, Stephanie, for watching. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Court Reform. Thanks, everybody. It almost became an annual ceremony for us. Let's see if we can pick in. Let's see who else is there. Last two times they called the police. They stood right here. Nobody there so far. Again, this is the annual Red Mass ceremony by the local church here in Staten Island. Interestingly enough, this time they advertised it openly. Prior to that, it was a secret operation. More people are coming. Some members of legal profession. This group was judges, public servants. No issues, public event. You can film them. You can exercise your First Amendment peacefully. Documented for posterity. America was built on separation of state and church. We have less people so far. Unfortunately, we have many court warriors who are worn out by this whole effort. So a couple people to whom I reached could not attend this time. We kept this kind of off Facebook in order not to prevent, in order to not face any surprises here. Again, everything is peaceful. Peacefully leveraging the First Amendment as long as we have it. Weather is nice, clean. We had colder weather before. See if I can get zoom. Again, it's a public event, no issues. Judges are smiling. There's nobody here. They know that nobody here is violent or anything. It's again fully peaceful First Amendment event. Last time the NYPD officers were here, they went straight to the front of the church, no issues. They declared themselves First Amendment, and that's the only thread that holds this country together so far. Everything is documented. Let me know in the comments, please, if you can hear me. I'm streaming it with another mic system. Thank you, Ethan, for joining. Thank you, Burge. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This support means a lot. It also provides an example of utilization, our First Amendment, how to peacefully use it as long as we have it, which is not guaranteed at all. At all. I reached out to multiple people, local people in New York, New York State, New York City, and the problem is that people are busy, people have other commitments, which, if you look at it cynically, says that it's not really important. So when the government comes to take your children, and we know how often these courts violate the law, you don't really care enough in order to be here. And of course it's by design, but it doesn't absolve anyone from personal responsibility. So we have the procession coming in, including Jewish judges. The lady is closing the door, not even looking at me. Yeah. High five inside. Yeah. And this person is from communications. And they're tightly closing the door to ensure that no outsiders are in. I'm not sure if this gentleman is from court security, local security, but they certainly had some ceremonial guards in attendance. Now the lady is rushing in. 6:07. 6:07. The advertised time was 6. This gentleman is... Hello, Mr. Parnisi, how are you? Mr. Parnisi. He's a lawyer, local lawyer. Justice saying this is creepy and gross. Yeah, what do you say about separation of church and state? Very interesting, right? Members of the state. Not members of the state. These are the state. These people are the state. Court reform so freaky. Lots of black robes, yeah. And the name of the event is Red Mass. Why red, right? Red is the color of blood, color of communism. And it's called a mess, like a bloody mess, right?
Yeah, I'm Roman Catholic as well. Thank you.
How are you doing, sir? Prematurely closing the door creates logistical issues. They need to keep it open. They know that nobody here is violent. A lot of hugs. When court victims say it's all a buddy-buddy system, you can clearly see the judges, the clergy, the attorneys all intermingle. We go to the comments. Justice is saying, I figure that actually another black robe judge is coming. Well, public event. Publicly filming on the street. On a Monday, that's right. A red mass on Monday in the church. Boy, I know they hate to see me. No. They don't hate me. Wearing the robes, yeah. It's a very good question. It's open. Very nice. Thank you, Sean. Thanks everybody for joining the live stream. No NYPD so far. I hate seeing people coming late, so I'm staying here. How are you doing, gentlemen?
What's up, Roman?
Excellent. How are you?
Good, how are you?
This is the court, New York State Court System Guard. Here's a nice car, nice SUV. Another logistical nightmare. closing the door. I'm with running commentary here. They hate the camera. It's a live stream, you know. That's the beauty of it. This is democratized technology. Finally, after millennia of oppression, the slaves have the technology to peacefully cover what the ruling class, make no mistake, that's the ruling class there. That's the ultimate merging of church and state, lawyers and attorneys. Again, I know it's a sensitive topic, but I saw two judges, at least two that I know that present ostensibly as Jewish, Judge Karen Wolf and Judge Marjorie Steinberg, who are not supposed to be inside a Christian building. No offense to any Christians, of course, but it's just part of the rules. That's part of religious observance. So I'm not entering the building. And what does it say if you not to mention even violate the fundamental tenet, separation of church and state? Last 2 years they did not advertise, or 2 years before, or the year before they did not advertise. Actually, last year they did advertise it, but not the year before. And I think they are seeing less attendance this time. I came with my signs, fire Janet McFarland, and it looks like she was indeed fired. I did not see her there. Court officers. Let's document the plates, just in case we face any false allegations. And so far, so good. Yeah, the apathy of the public, that's the problem. Even when you're facing the whole might of the government, people are still afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. You clearly see we're here. It's all completely peaceful. It's on the street. This is public space. This is still America. First Amendment is still on the books. But make no mistake, if we don't use it, it will disappear as well. Like the jury trials in family court. Juries in family court now remains a slogan. A few court officers are here.
Christmas one.
I don't even know when it is.
Okay, you got just got a piece of intel. We also have a Christmas party, similar one. So very nice intermingling. Thank you, Monica, for joining. They hate the camera. Who cares what they love or hate? As long as we have the Constitution still, which is not guaranteed, we do what we have to do for God and for children and to preserve the freedom. And they do what they do. This is corrupt. It says court reform. If only they actually had God in their heart. Yep, and they sit under the mighty signs, "In God we trust." Thank you, David, for watching. Thanks everybody for watching. Okay, I think we are past the ceremonial part. So there are people in the lobby glancing, I would say cautionally, not hatefully. They clearly don't like outsiders being here. Mary, and God is watching. Yes, God is watching. Unfortunately, the public is not watching. I'm not saying you are great. Very grateful for everyone, for my whole audience, which is growing steadily. Thankful for that. Somebody needs to do that. But the general public is not aware of that until they are trapped in the system. Okay, let me approach my friends, since it seems to be at least the recess right now. John is rearranging the signs on the table. John, I'm live. People are watching, so it was important to cover that. Thank you. Let's go to the signs. How you doing, brother? Fire Janet McFarland. That one worked. So far, so good. She was moved to another state court. It appears that she's in Manhattan with much less cases than before. She used to have a caseload of between 300 and 400 cases at any given time, which means hundreds of families were affected and ruined. So at least the families here on Staten Island got a temporary reprieve from this judge who was universally condemned by many victims. Excellent, we have other people here. John prepared many signs. Very good. Great, thank you for watching. Ronald, if I didn't mention you, thank you. So I'll probably will be here. We'll be here for until the top of the hour. So if you have any questions for me, we can discuss other topics. It's a good opportunity. Very nice night here on Staten Island. Not too hot, not too cold. Temperature was actually high before that during the week, and it's gonna be better. Very, very warm. Late October and November so far. The brave gentlemen here are showing the signs to the passing traffic, which is important. Tony, thanks for joining. By the way, if anyone wants to join the live, we can try to do that. I think it only works on mobile phone, but we can, I think within the next 20-30 minutes, do kind of an impromptu interview. So I can send an invite. Just write in the comments, please, if you want to join, discuss. Tony, Marianne, more active parents. Justice J, if you want to join. Hey Gail, thanks everybody. So for those who are joining, I am again outside the local Staten Island church. They hold an annual event. They call it Red Mass. Many questions around that. Why red? Why the pillars of the state, judges and attorneys, are coming to a church to celebrate judicial profession, I guess. You have attorneys there, you have judges, all intermingle. They can actually, and I bet some of them do, log into my Facebook. I have a public profile. They want to see them outside. You see themselves. It's doable. So yeah, on a Monday we have a red mass. Yep, Marianne. Ritualistic. Yeah, it's a ritual, right? This year it actually falls right before the election/selection, which is very interesting. So we'll see how that goes. But no separation of church and state. No separation between judges and attorneys. Certainly separation between what judges in family court do and God. Separating loving parents from their children. Last couple of years they brought NYPD, so far so good. We do have less people this time. This is unfortunate, but it's exposing government corruption and oppression is not a sprint, it's a marathon, as they say, and not everybody can hold the distance. That's very unfortunate and understandable in many cases. Thank you, Ben, for joining. Marian, I agree. God help us all. Yeah, very interesting to see people who behave in the most godless manner in their chambers now playing or displaying allegiance to God. Judges, attorneys, cops, that's true. So this is all the muscle of the government. Stacy, thank you for joining. Ben is saying keep up the good fight. Who else will do that? It's only us, it's the victims. People don't realize how sinister and severe this abuse, governmental abuse is. And the sermon is inside. Is it the bishop? It's actually John's church here. Public place. Filming is permitted. I don't know if you can see inside. It's the cardinal or the bishop is giving a lecture. These people don't like scrutiny, that's for sure. They don't like exposure. But at the end of the day, these are public servants. They serve us. They mock the notion, of course, but they serve the people. We the people. Hey Lisa, thank you for joining. Thanks everybody, by the way, on the stream. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, if you want to join, don't be shy. We can make it interactive. Couple local victims. No guards. They don't need guards, they know that. Thanks everybody for watching. Let me know if you want to join. You go to the signs again for those who are joining now. Childless, corrupt Judge Janet McFarland separate children from loving parents. Juries in family court now. Children need both parents. Fire Janet McFarland with the QR code. Parental relation harms children. Excellent.
I'm children forever.
Yeah. Oba, I'm live. You want to say a couple words?
Sure.
This is Oba.
How you guys doing? I just want to say that my case is no longer in Staten Island, but I'm here with my brothers to fight because it's a very important cause. And,
just a second. I have a microphone here. So. Yeah, just hold it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? My case is no longer in Staten Island, but I'm still here with my brothers to fight because it's a very important cause. Janet McFarland allowed a criminal who's in a gang to have full custody over my son. She wasn't even fighting for sole custody, but she gave her sole custody. She also allowed her to forge my signature twice on passport documents and take my son out of state, out of the country, as a matter of fact. So Janet McFarland is no good at all. And this is what family court does. You know, it destroys families. It's not to help children. They don't care about the safety of children, because how could you allow two gang members to raise my child? It's just unbelievable.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
No worries.
It's important. Excellent. John, my friend, you are alive. Want to say a couple words?
Let the signs speak for themselves. We're here as parent advocates for the children.
Excellent. Children need both parents. Parental alienation, psychological abuse. Cannot argue with that. Okay, excellent. Let's see other comments. Victor, thank you for joining. Marianne, true. Abolish family court. Court reform, they serve us. Thank you for filming that. Who else will do that if not us, the people? Hi, ma'am. Any questions we can help answer? Curiously enough, I didn't see McFarland so far. There was a group of judges outside, including former family court magistrate Marjorie Steinberg and the current family court judge Karen Wolf. So I assume if McFarland was here, she would be outside as well. She's no longer, at least for now, for about a month so far. She was reportedly told to finish the cases rapidly and leave the court. She was moved, it seems, according to New York State Public schedule, to Manhattan. There were rumors that she will be placed in Bronx. These rumors did not materialize, but she was moved from Staten Island to Manhattan. It's called New York County. Her caseload is public. It's luckily for many parents and children, it's much less than what she used to have here on Staten Island, and she was not here today. So hopefully it can serve as encouragement and example for other victims like myself, Oba, and many other parents who were here, that publicity does work. If you call with documents and facts to fire a judge from Staten Island, then the judge will be removed from Staten Island. Hopefully she will be removed from the system altogether. Many victims came out, but at least the children of Staten Island, parents of Staten Island, thousands of them are now saved. Let me go through the comments again. Court reform is saying, Marianne Petri, I presented petition to do this today. Asfine child support reform. Yeah, it's very clear that family court and CPS all work together. ASFA, I believe, is the California designated name for child protection services or protective services, or they call ACS in New York. Different acronyms, same content, same child trafficking content. We know that. I posted a clip of a child trafficking victim. She's an adult now, young adult, but she was trafficked to PDD parties as a child in CPS care. Very insane personality disorders are evil. Taven, thank you for watching. Scott, thank you for watching. Al Papo, all the way from Chicago, brother. Thanks for joining. Eric, thank you for watching. Everyone's saying, I know the horrors of family court, child removed without due process. That's what they do. Repeal title 4D and 4E. We have a police car. Doesn't seem to be headed our way. We are peacefully exercising our First Amendment. No fear. Utilize your constitutional rights as long as you have them, people. Adoption and Safe Families Act, 1997. Excellent, thank you. We need to educate each other. Nobody can know everything. They built a multi-layered system through the decades. They were never challenged. Never challenged. How many people came to judges and attorneys gatherings like that with cameras and filmed them and broadcast them live? Not that many. Not trying to make myself sound proud, but this is what needs to be done. We are the public. They take our children. KC to you is watching, thank you. Tammy is saying same. I'm not following all the conversations. You didn't miss it. Everybody can rewatch it, but the judges and the attorneys, it's a celebration. It's a bizarre, ritualistic celebration of the legal profession inside the church, including Jewish judges are in the church. Not to emphasize the diversity, but that's not supposed to happen. So I'm not sure what God these people worship. It's going to be with them. CPS must be abolished. I agree. Everybody here agrees. Thanks everybody on the chat. Let me know if you want to join. But what's going on actually? It's an annual event held here by the local Catholic Church. They call it the Red Mass. A lot of creepy symbolism around that. Red, for some reason, separation of certain church is has gone missing. Judges and attorneys intermingle together. I've been eaten by the system for so many years. I recognize a lot of the faces, know some of the judges, some of the attorneys. For those of us who are in the courtrooms, they know it's all, you can clearly see it's all a show. They're all intermingled. And the case results are most likely, in the vast majority of cases, are predetermined. They talk to each other. I wouldn't put it past them to talk to the judge. It's all a show for the client. Today you represent the mother, tomorrow you represent the father. It's all divided for a show. And these events prove that. They are not separating each other. I think there was a reporter from a local news outlet, Staten Island Live, Staten Island Connect. So maybe we'll see something tomorrow, probably another puff PR piece, but they saw me, and we'll see what type of coverage they will provide to the local judiciary. Yeah, I'm just going through the through the comments. Okay, I'm Jewish, you know, so not all Jews are the problem, you know, and it really doesn't matter. It's the content of the character. It's a separate topic. I don't want to go there. Maybe dedicate. I'm a victim like you, sister, just like you. Demons, definitely creepy. El Papa is saying they're all devils, Rome. I can't argue with that. Backdoor deals in church. Imagine that. That's a front door, actually. They are not hiding, but they know people are watching. We have the technology. We need to utilize the technology. God will deal with them. That's true. That's what I firmly believe. Church took my kids, Tammy is saying. Many people report actually church being either actively involved in court cases and not on the good side, or just staying out this whole pandemic, or actually Holocaust of alienation, child trafficking, children being kidnapped through family courts. The church is a public place. It is a public place, so I'm outside. I don't want to create any conundrum, first of all, or in general, nobody here wants anything like that. And according to the Jewish faith, if you are an observant Jew, you are not supposed to go into a church. There's separate places of worship. You keep them separate in your mind, in your life. So there are two judges that identify as Jewish, at least nominally, Karen Wolf and Marjorie Steinberg, and they are inside. And it's all documented, which raises serious questions about their what truly they present, how religious are they. I actually a couple times, or more than a couple times throughout my court struggle, my cases were scheduled on the Jewish holidays. It took a lot of effort, including public effort, in order to reschedule them. They don't care. So if they don't care, at least they need to respect my faith, and it doesn't happen immediately. Not to say it doesn't happen at all. Violet is saying, I was thinking that when I saw a Jew comment Roman break. It's just divide and conquer. I think the smart people understand. You know, it's not about Jews or Christians or whatever. The government rules by dividing and conquering. It's I'm a victim like everybody here on this chat, and they don't care. They don't care. Demon is an all ethnic. Devil has no preference. Amen. Okay, saying I know that all. I'm not talking about the ones running all this. Don't let me be dragged into the discussion. I don't think the heads of the country, the heads of the court, are of any particular ethnicity. They're just evil people. So We know that their secret societies, all the Freemasons, the Illuminati, whatever they call themselves, they don't care. By the way, they do require some sort of belief in a deity. They just spread atheism in society, but they do believe, they know there's a creator to this world, so they don't care. They tend to take them to Disneyland too. Yep, so many cases coming out of Disneyland. The problem is that why don't we have any whistleblowers in the court system? All roads lead back to Rome, the Vatican. Vatican holds a lot of secrets, but many secrets are coming out. It's going to be very, very interesting. We live in interesting times. The floodgates are opening. The truth will prevail. Paul is asking if this is a political meeting for tomorrow's election. What are they doing? So no, it's not a political meeting, at least not the way it's advertised. That's an annual celebration of the judicial profession. It's held here in the Staten Island local Catholic Church. They call it a Red Mass. It is held every year. Myself and other court victims attended it for the 2 prior years. They held it as a secret before, but another court victim here, John, he's the member of this congregation, so he knew about that. Again, it's a public event. It's not secret in the sense that it wasn't publicly advertised, but after we started covering it and showing up, apparently they felt the need to, maybe some judges or attorneys had pangs of conscience and they decided not to show up. So now it's an advertised event. Some do still show up. Again, nobody here presents any threat, God forbid any danger to them. It's a public place, public event, and it can be covered freely. So that's the way to answer your question, Holly. It's a way to celebrate the judges and the attorneys. But there are many questions around that. So first of all, why is it called Red Mass, right? Red is not the color of peace, it's the color of blood. And it's a very ominous, I would say, title to give to the spot. I'm sure there's some medieval roots to that. But anyway, separation of church and state, another topic, right? So why do pillars of the state, the judges, this is the country is actually run by judges, unelected judges, like family court judges here in New York. They're selected by the mayor. I have a bunch of videos and reports and posts on that. So they have no problem coming to a church. The intermixing between the attorneys and the judges. Escorting somebody important. Good. Public space. So black robes, and if you go to the beginning of the stream, you'll see all of them filing in. Probably a local reporter took picture, maybe a New York court system, but not to rely on them. We have our own reporting. We the people. And I'm your representative here. Okay, so hopefully that answers the question. Mark, thank you for joining, for watching. Dave, thank you for joining and watching. Yep, indeed, the ritual. Court reform is saying that made my skin crawl, seeing them all running with black robes on. That's the escort. Hands firmly in pockets. Where is that at? Kate's on Staten Island. It's a local church on Forest Avenue. It's an annual event called Red Mass. They love the color red. The judges and attorneys mixing together in the church in a bizarre ceremony. Phenomenal idea showing up. Actually, that's almost a tradition here for myself and other court victims here on Staten Island. It's the third time we're covering that. I am covering that. You can go back and see my prior coverage. They serve the little G. The G of square and compass, I assume, right? This is the type of stuff that needs to be exposed. Yeah, you can follow my lead. Nothing dangerous in that. All you need is camera and mic and a Facebook account, and that's why God gave us these technological tools. So since the topic of religion was brought up, I am Jewish and one of the important sayings, important sentences or tenets, actually ideas, is that God creates one thing against each other. So if he created the evil, he also created the good to countermeasure it. And if technology can be used for bad things, it also can be used for good. And people bash social media, but social media provided us with unprecedented opportunity to disseminate our message, to expose it all. Everybody can become a citizen journalist, and everybody should become a citizen journalist. Tell me saying thank you for reporting. I appreciate everybody who's watching. This is creepy. Adrenal Club. Yeah, that's an interesting association that comes to mind. Why do they call it Red Mass? The light and dark. We are the light. That's an ambulance. No police. So far, so good. Okay, let me switch the camera so you can see me, not only the church. So those who are joining, hi. My name is Roman Brick. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm here in front of the Staten Island Church, where the annual Red Mass is held. It's a creepy event, very strange event that combines judges and attorneys in the church in violation of the basic principles on which this country was founded: separation between church and state. And as you can see, the state is inside the church, represented by judges and attorneys. So much for judges and attorneys being separate entities, right? Separate people fighting, attorneys fighting for you, and judges being neutral, which doesn't bother them when they are inside. They also have a reception, usually afterward, somewhere in the basement of the church. They enjoy the time together. Multiple entrances here. But thanks everybody for joining. So again, those who join now, other victims of the court are here. Oba and John. We had more people in the prior year. Unfortunately, it's a very tough psychological, emotional experience to go through family court, to have your children being taken from you. So not everybody survives emotionally. I reached out to a couple of victims who were there last year. They couldn't come this year, but you can see the signs. More people are coming in. Let me go through the signs for the people who are joining. Parental alienation harms children forever.
Oh, here comes the catering food. There's the catering food.
Oh, that's the food. Okay, so they will have a party.
Catering food just arrived.
Judges and attorneys are late. If you are late to the court, you face the most severe repercussions. But when judges are late, no issues with that. Fire Janet McFarland from Staten Island Family Court. Juries in family court. Childless corrupt judge Janet McFarland separate children from loving parents. So those who don't know my story, please check my videos. I know I've cost a lot, but at least my video record is more concise. So I've been fighting to stay father in the life of my two children for over 7 years now, and more than 3 years here, actually 4 years here, about 4 years in Staten Island, New York. Unfortunately, I faced relocation of my children from state to state. Anyway, I exposed Janet McFarland, the corrupt judge. You are not allowed to use the records because they hide what they do inside the court. But external behavior of Janet McFarland provided enough of the public record for me to expose her. She gave illegal donations. The sitting jurist in New York is not allowed to give donations to political candidates. She did that. She lied on her annual declaration, financial declaration. I exposed the fact that she has no children. Some people argue that's irrelevant. I think it's highly relevant, and the family court judge should have children to understand. Exactly right.
Does it make sense? How do you judge on families and children's, say so when you don't have children of your own? It doesn't make sense. Another thing I just learned recently was that judges get a special bonus when they put parents on child support. The reason being is because the economy goes up. 2-parent households, 2 pairs of clothes, 2 pairs of shoes, food, 2 households. They're making money off of this. That's what it is. They're breaking families and they love it because it raises the economy. It's terrible.
Thank you. Yeah, these people are very clever. So this whole system is designed. People, especially the new victims, they come into this nightmare and they say, "Oh, it's just my court is corrupt. So for money, it's beyond the system is broken." That's the favorite expression. The system is broken. The system is not broken. The system is designed this way. This is, I think people who have eyes to see, you can hear from my accent. I wasn't born in this great country. It's still the greatest country on earth, but I was born under communism, and that's where unfortunately America is going. It's very, very clear. And I think more and more people have seen that now, and it's a multi-pronged effect by the government. And one of the key pillars of the communist takeover is through family courts. So, bottom line, or actually the point that I was trying to make, is that I exposed Janet McFarland, the latest scandal that I exposed, and I complained. I submitted formal complaints to the CJC here in New York, the Commission on Judicial Conduct, for everything that I uncovered, and of course the behavior that I suffered in the courtroom itself, but public things, the public behavior, because a corrupt person behaves in the same way inside the courtroom and outside the courtroom, and these people are complacent. Many of them are actually not very intelligent. They're drunk on power, and I exposed that McFarland's court attorney. Every judge here in New York has a court attorney. The court attorney of Janet McFarland was, maybe still is, Spola Bondad. Her prior court attorney was Sukaina Sorori. She is now a private attorney ostensibly, but she still gets cases, of course, government-paid cases, assigned cases to Staten Island, in Staten Island, including in front of McFarland. And because these people are not very intelligent, many of them, they had a public Venmo record of transactions going back and forth between Paula Bondad and Sokaina Sorori. So imagine that. The court attorney who works for the judge receives money and sends money to an attorney who appears in front of that judge. And it's all public record. I exposed that. I filed a complaint with CJC. They ignored it, but surprisingly or not, a couple months after, according to other court victims who reached out to me privately, it's actually now public information, McFarland was told to pack, to finish her cases and move. And she was moved. So right now she's in Manhattan. She has much less cases than, lot less cases than before. So more children are, and parents are saved, at least here on Staten Island, instead of thousands that were harmed by this completely corrupt and unethical judge. Children are still harmed, so hopefully the system will, that's what they do actually. I think the system is showing her the door. But anyway, what I wanted to show that these signs, fire Janet McFarland, and public advocacy, peaceful public exposure works. So I suffered horrible retaliation. That's a matter to be covered in another video. But I think that God sees what I'm doing, and I'm not saying it's only me. Clearly, I'm blessed to have support. But these public efforts literally saved thousands of children, thousands of parents from the clutches of a horrendous judge, completely horrendous. And again, I have nothing personal against her. She's a horrible judge. She was never supposed, should have been appointed as a judge. The way the family court judges are appointed, they're selected by the mayor's advisory committee is another atrocity. And I covered that separately. The whole system is corrupt and the layers are so vast, but somebody has to do it. So somebody has to cover that, and I'm doing my part. So again, thanks everybody for watching. I see there's a lot of comments here, so let me just switch the screen and read the comments. Okay, so now you're seeing the church and I'm going through the comments. So thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Mark, for joining. Let me just go. Judges and attorneys in constant conflict of interest and collusion. You hear about the stuff, but watching them all run inside was wild. Okay, excellent. Thank you. That's why we are here. Who's catering? That's a good question. It's a local catering firm. They have I think a small restaurant. It's the same group. It's all a little clique. Childless individuals are a different species. Violet, I cannot but agree with you. Let's discuss the repeal title 4B, D, and E. Kim Jones is watching. Thank you, Kim. Tammy is saying truth. Hopefully everything is truth. Aviv, thank you for joining. Catherine, thank you for joining. Thank you for all the support and engagement. Very, very important. Thank you. I appreciate it. Truth stops the Rika kids for cash. CPS kidnapped my infant grandchild via perjury. Yep, perjury has been de facto repealed. More people are hurrying in. Another person. They cycle them through the system shell game. They're stupid and the arrogance is their kryptonite. The problem is that people are not reporting. People are, unfortunately, the society is completely emasculated, and that's also done through family court, right? If you remove the fathers, you remove the father figures, and again, it doesn't require a lot of courage. Just come. It's First Amendment, and because I was born under totalitarian regime, and they lived for many years in Israel, which is also a socialist country. I can appreciate the freedoms that America is the only country to still maintain. And people literally died for this freedom. It's the only country that has the First Amendment, the freedom of speech on the record, on the paper, right? And not to utilize that, it's criminal. People need to just come together and come to their senses. What is required? See, things like that. People are watching. It will be shared. Will be watched by hundreds of people. What's the problem? That's how you hold them accountable. They work for us. They don't like it, but that's what it is. At least that's the presupposition. Of course, it's much deeper than that. Thank you for standing up. Thank you, Tammy, for saying that. I wish I could be there with you in person. Everybody welcome to come here to Staten Island. There's plenty of opportunities like that all over the country. Just be there. God will pluck them from their roots. Amen. Andreas is watching. Thank you. Perjury all the way. Silva, thank you for watching. This is amazing. Really appreciate everybody, guys and girls who are here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Hey, James Kelly. Jim is my inspiration, was my inspiration before I decided to go public with my pain. That's the only way. Jim is doing tremendous, fantastic job here, trying to hold the New York system accountable. But him and myself and a couple other people in this huge state of New York, we cannot do it on our own. So, Jim, hopefully you'll be able to join me for the Thursday stream. I know that I actually posted one of your posts today, and I know that you provided an answer in your federal complaint. So I think people who are here might be interested, because against the state, he was horrendously, unconstitutionally held in jail for 3 days. Publicity actually helped get him out. They tried to jail him for 30 days. So I'm publicly inviting you, Jim, to come to the Thursday Troman show to give an update on your case. Marion is asking what type of church is this. This is the local Catholic church. I think it's called the Church of Blessed Sacrament. It's a public event. It's on Forest Avenue here on Staten Island in New York. Beautiful night. Very conducive to a public stream. Keep safe. I believe that those who are doing God's work are protected. Who else will protect the children if not ourselves? We were betrayed by every institutionalized players that were supposed to protect the people, but they're all in cahoots with each other. Magda is watching. Thank you. Let's go to this comment. St. Louis County Circuit 24 judges and attorneys leaked Zoom video. Oba, you have another comment?
Did you see Delizzo on there?
Hmm?
Did you see Delizzo on there?
Delizzo? I don't think Delizzo was there. No.
He was there last year.
Yeah, so some people are actually not showing up, and I didn't see McFarland, which is very, very interesting.
Hello, everyone. I want to also put out where before I met these guys, I thought they were a little like, out of it until they had me do something that's called court watching, where I sat, in someone else's case that's not my own, and I got to listen to, things that were said in court. And I was so surprised that, the judges, sort of made the same accusations they made about me towards like all the other fathers, that we're crazy, we're making things up, and we're dangerous for our children. And I was like, how can that be the same situation for each father when we're all different men? We all come from different walks of lives. So that's how I knew it was a setup. And then I just started seeing the pattern. And not only this Staten Island group, but other groups around the world. I've been involved in Fathers' Lives Matter groups, and I see that this is the same pattern that these judges are using, because they want to put fathers, on child support. Even some mothers as well. They want broken homes. That's the point. They want broken homes, and it's just terrible what the society is coming to. And when you see all this mass crime and all these things that are happening, it's because of these family court judges and what they're doing now to our children. What we need to do is save the children. That's what we need to do. Save our children, save the future of this country and others as well. And we need to put this on notice. The things that these judges are doing, they need to be put on notice. And social media is a great start for it.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Oba. Thank you for being here. It's very, very important.
It's everyone's issue, everyone's problem.
Everybody's issue. That's true. That's true. Okay, I keep going through the comments, so thank you, everybody. I think it's amazing participation here. Maybe that's a new format, because I think it's important for victims like myself, like all of us here, just to show up in front of a public place. In this case, it's a church with the bizarre red mess inside, but to show up in front of a court with a little table with signs, and maybe do a live stream like this one. It's amazing participation. I'm really grateful for everybody here. Shane is watching. Thank you, Shane, for joining. Marianne is saying, agreed. Thank you. God bless you, brother, in your fight. Andreas is saying, I've been fighting for my kids in court for 1.5 years now, and it's exhausting. I wish we wouldn't see these comments, the timelines. No, I'm grateful for the comments, of course, but the times, the periods are insane. For me, it's over 7 years. I know people who've been fighting for 10 years, for a decade, for 15 years, for 20 years. But what other way do we have? The government came and took our children, right? And it's the government. Make no mistakes. Make no mistake. It's the government. And that's the government inside the church. It's all one giant, bizarre, creepy hypocrisy personified here. Amy is watching. Thank you, Amy. David, thank you very much for everything you do, for helping me spread the message. You were an amazing public partner in this fight, this public fight. It's always been about the children. Tara, thank you for joining all the way from North Carolina, right? Darren, thank you for joining the live stream. David, I want to start doing it in Pennsylvania. So please do. Please do. Who else will do it? It's only us. Jacob, hey Jacob, thank you. Jacob is an alienated father, amazing pro se litigant out of Colorado. Joined me and T. Matthew Phillips on the Truman show that we try to keep every Thursday a couple times. He has a public profile and exposes his court submissions. A lot to learn from that. Tanmi is saying, still in the fight, 25 years. Here you go. This is Halloween all over again. The boogeyman goes to church. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for this great engagement. Justice agrees with Marianne. I think we all agree here. War against family is real. That's what they do. Who is the biggest enemy of the government? It's the family. It's the family. It's the parallel. They want us faceless, without any personal connections, completely disarmed in every sense. Moral, spiritual, psychological. That's what they do. That's what they do. And they break the children. They break the children. And how can you know it's... Sorry, everybody. Try to put the phone on don't disturb, but I'm getting some incoming calls, so apologies for that. But we should be back on, so sorry. Hopefully the transmission here works fine. I invested in a mic so you guys have a better sound and the visuals. Lisa, thank you for joining. Shane is saying, I wish for an alienated parent national database organized by a state for collaboration. Yeah. We are those who need to create all of that. Nobody will do it for us. So if I wouldn't cover this event, nobody would. They would just go about their business, right? Having probably some bought and paid for reporter from a local newspaper that never covers the corruption or the exposures that myself and other court victims have to do. But we need to challenge them. These people were never challenged or opposed. Peacefully, again, completely respectfully, out of the respect for the office, not necessarily for the people who do all these crimes. Tara is asking if it's the same place as last year. Yes, Tara, that's the same place. It's the same church on Staten Island, same Red Mass. What is interesting that some personalities are not here, and most notably Janet McFarland, whom I publicly called to be fired, and seems that congregation, so he notified that he knew that's they will hold it. The date is actually floating. That's very interesting. So it's a coincidence that it fell on the day before the elections slash selections, but it's an annual event. Violet is asking if that's them singing. That's a good question. I don't come too close, so to avoid false allegations, right? But maybe them. Maybe them. She is a coward. I'm just reading the comment. Somebody doesn't want this to be recorded. We keep losing the live video. I apologize for that. That's it wasn't an incoming call, but I think it's going to be shown in the live stream. So anyway, I was explaining that's the same event like every year. It's called the Red Mass. Very creepy name. Why red? It's color of blood and communism. Why judges and attorneys are together? Why is this? Why members of the state, the executioners of the state power, are inside the church? What happened to the primary tenet of this country, the separation of church and state? A lot of questions. The creepy symbolism, the black robes, the red robe of the clergy person inside. You might have better answers than me. Leah, thank you for watching. Where would one be able to do research where these gatherings are, and we shall go? It's a good question. So this particular event became known from a member of the congregation. So, last year it was announced on a public live stream from the church. Again, my friend John here, and the member of this church, alerted me and other court victims to that. So it is public information. Just need to do the legwork to uncover that. Obviously, they don't like to be filmed. They like it to be covered by loyal puffy press, the bootlicking mainstream media. So if you have an alternative representation, right, and the means to broadcast it, that's something they don't like. But who cares what they like? We care about the supreme law of the land, which is the United States Constitution. Violet saying it's very creepy if it's them. It's already been years since the last Red Mass. That's the truth. Time flies, especially when it's sometimes it flies, sometimes it drags. When you don't have your children, right, as you would like. Leah, that's this is a Red Mass. That's an annual event, a creepy red event in a local church here on Staten Island with judges and attorneys all mixed inside. Scott, thank you for watching. Thanks everybody for joining. Let me see if I haven't missed any comments here. So okay, might be boring to see the church, so I'll show you myself again. just for a change of scenery. So this is the little table with all the signs for those who join. Fire Janet McFarland, parental alienation harms children forever. These signs, I made them in local Staples. It's like maybe 30 bucks, $40 for more extensive, the bigger ones. But it's very simple. You prepare like a Word file, you bring it to send it to. Let's see. I think you might have lost me for a couple of minutes here, guys.
Know your audience.
Just let me know if you can hear me. So for those who are joining or reconnecting, I apologize for that. I have some interruptions here because I'm getting incoming calls. I did try to put it on silent on actually do not disturb, but apparently evil forces work against us sometimes. So listen, what is it? This is a red mass event in Staten Island local Catholic Church. It's an annual gathering of judges and attorneys, all mixed inside, for a creepy, strange event called the Red Mass, full violation of the separation of state and church principles. Hasida, hope I pronounced the name. Thank you for joining. Thanks everybody for being here. Sorry again for the interruptions in the stream. I'll try to go through the comments again. But yeah, that's another annual event. Completely peaceful, no danger, no need to be scared. Use your First Amendment, people. Very simple. Have a mic, have a camera, have a Facebook account, and go and make sure that we cover them. We cover what's going on. We hold the government responsible. And last 2 years I showed up with a sign, Fire Janet McFarland. She violated me, my children. Multiple victims came out after you showed them the way, established with other victims. Sorry if I think I'm losing the live stream for intermittently, so I apologize for that. It should be back online. Jacob, let me know if you can hear me. You were asking, have you seen any judges, court officials, or McFarland yet? So yes, there were judges standing right here outside. If we go to the beginning of the live stream, it was a group of about 10 judges. I recognized several faces. Judge Castorini, I think, is the judge of Supreme Court. Judge Karen Wolf, she's a judge of Family Court. The judge today, she's already a judge. Marjorie Steinberg, she was a judge in the support branch of my case. She was a support magistrate. I submitted multiple complaints against her and her behavior, but they were all ignored, and she was promoted to become a judge, moved to another county. So she's no longer at Staten Island, at least not as a judge. So yeah, there were judges. I have not seen McFarland, assuming, based on the fact that Family Court Judge Wolf and the former Family Court support magistrate was here, I would assume that she would be here as well, but she wasn't. And again, this is the importance of publicity. I was the one who was publicly exposing her behavior outside of the courtroom, the illegal donations, the fact that her court attorney and former court attorney around right now, a private attorney ostensibly, Paula Bondad and Sukaina Sorori were exchanging payments. Can you imagine that? An attorney working for a judge and an attorney appearing in front of a judge, just shifting money from one another, sending money to each other on Venmo in public record. So that's the latest revelation, but I did more, everything based on public information, and luckily more and more victims came out. I think around 15, maybe as many as 20 public victims reported their horrible experiences with McFarland, and eventually she was fired, it seems, from Staten Island Family Court. She's still in the court system. She's in Manhattan, but she has a lot less cases now, fewer victims, and that's a win. That's a win for children, for parents. That's what publicity does. They move judges around like yeah, you can read the comment, but they do move judges, and that's actually that's a good sign, because they do sense, somebody higher ups, they sense that the judges do create elicit a lot of antagonism, and in order to kind of quell the population, they do move them. I'm sure the judges are not happy, and I'm sure that many of them actually perceive it as showing them the door, and hopefully some of them do take the clue. But Janet McFarland is a judge who's she shouldn't stay another day in the court system. Again, nothing personal against her, but just the sheer numbers of people who came out. The fact that she was moved, they will never admit that she was moved because of the public protest, but she was moved to another court, and her caseload went down dramatically. I'm sure that they all understand that there's only so much you can do to oppress without any regard to children, parents, and most importantly, the law. Okay, it seems that they're wrapping up. They're standing there. Still Staten Island, New York. Some loud music here coming from the cars, but giving them their space. Thanks everybody for watching. You protect me and other victims here as well by watching, making sure it's a public broadcast from a public space, public place, public sidewalk, and a public event. Thank you, Jacob. You are doing good work as well. I know that you have an interview, right? That's airing soon, so that's important. And hopefully, you know, I was instrumental in your decision to be more public about your case, because that's the only way. The only way out is by being public. The only way out of this nightmare is just to be public, to expose it all, not to be afraid. These people are tyrants, but they are still, at least according to the ethos that they sell us, they are public servants. So serve us, right? Anyway, they seems to be wrapping up. They will be coming out. Okay, let me switch the camera and document it.
Grab a sign, Robert?
Yeah, let me grab my favorite. Fire Janet McFarland.
Those are there good.
That's my sign, and it worked. Thanks everybody for watching. The clergy coming out.
Oh, hello, John.
Good job, John.
How are you?
All right, good. We're advocating for the children.
Good. We
Yes,
need somebody.
advocating for the children. Hello, Bishop. Advocating for the children. Thank you.
You see, we're peaceful. Public event, public space, public sidewalk. The judges are wearing the robes, yes. The clergy is wearing red robes. The judges are wearing black robes. So much for the separation between church and state. A lot of hugs, tapping each other on the shoulder. It's one big club, and you are not a part of it. Smiling, happy faces. The children are not as happy. Certainly not the parents. A lot of suffering. Very happy. We are happy too. We can cover that. We have the technology now. It's all democratized. The cameras, the mics.
Maybe we should step back, not block the whole area. Maybe I'm just trying to.
Yeah, if we hear any commentary, we'll move. So far, so good. No NYPD. It's a very nice intermingling between judges and clergy. This is Attorney Parnisi. Recognize a couple faces. You tell me what you think. I am reporting. Laughter is in the air. Not much of eye contact with us. I would say it's brave citizen journalism, right? But doesn't require a lot of bravery, right? Just requires being having a freedom mindset. That's what it requires. No, I don't see a lot of robes actually. It's very interesting. I think maybe they were disrobed. Oh, some of them are. I think it was Judge Karen Wolf. It might be Judge Marjorie Steinberg. Again, they're public figures, they're public employees. Everything is respectful and quiet and peaceful. We give them their space, right? Public sidewalk. Thanks everybody for watching. Again, it protects me, protects my friends here, court victims who are here. Documents what's going on. They seem not to care, but they do care. They do care. That's why they keep the chambers closed. That's why they hold the in-camera hearings without letting the parents in. You are not allowed even to have the not only the recording, the transcript, even though you pay for it. Very good. My sign is right here, Fire Janet McFarland, right? So, visible and seen. These people don't like to be opposed and challenged. They actually never met it, I think, many of them. Very curious looks here. Excellent. Completely peaceful, not threatening anyone, right? Peacefully covering that. Documenting for posterity. That's called citizen journalism. That's why they took robes off. Just wow. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Thanks. So bizarre. I agree. Must be celebrating the outcome of the election.
You going?
You wear the robes, right? Yeah. They hastily removed the robes. A lot of happy hugs, tapping each other on the shoulder. Who was that who said that it's one big club and you ain't in it? These people decide the fates of our children. Quite a celebration here. Celebrating the separation of church and state, right? Thank you, Jeffrey, for joining. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Thank you, Michelle, for joining. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Jan. Disturbing. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny is a phenomenal fighter from Albany, upstate New York. Yep. This is your creepy annual red mass. You see the red robes and you saw the black robes, right? Symbolism will be their downfall. Yep. These people don't like to be challenged, even by simple publicity. But it's a public event and a public sidewalk. No NYPD. They had the sense not to call NYPD this time. They know we're peaceful. local celebrities, so let them be celebrities, right? They're judges, they're supposed to know the law. If you're in a public place, it's assumed that you agree to be filmed. No issues there. It's not like their courtroom where they can gag and silence you and jail you. Hopefully James Kelly will come and join today's the weekly show that I have with my esteemed partner T. Matthew Phillips to cover his recent federal lawsuit. Yeah, some worried glances. Oh, we are peaceful. Oh, we are being filmed back. Excellent. Yeah, this gentleman. How you doing, sir? What did you say? Sorry. How are you? Yeah, the message of Fire Janet McFarland was certainly absorbed. McFarland is no longer in Staten Island Family Court. I'm not saying I saved these thousands of children and families, but the publicity certainly helped. Certainly helped. And hopefully thousands of children will not have their lives ruined. They're completely peaceful. You have a couple dozen people here. I estimate there were probably 100 inside. No issues at all. Let me. George Carlin, yes, that's the quote. Thank you. It's one big club, and you ain't a part of it. He's a phenomenal comedian. I never understood why he's a comedian. He was just saying the straight truth, and people thought that he's saying something funny. It's not funny. It's exactly what it is. No exchanges at all. Public event, public live, Facebook Live, quiet night on Staten Island. Some people from OCA, maybe those who know the faces can help recognize. They're public servants. It's a public event, public street. Smiling, happy, no issues, a lot of hugs, much less, fewer robes. They don't care about our kids. They care about the fame, the money, the belonging to the government, the mighty government in the church. A lot of happy smiles there. Not every court victim is happy. Very good. Peaceful event. No loud equipment is necessary. They see the message. They know we see them. They see us. Haven't seen McFarland. Very good. Took some time, but the results are what's important. And thousands of children who are saved. Thanks everybody for watching again. I really appreciate all the support. Appreciate the engagement with my Facebook. I was not looking for this publicity, for this role as a public corruption whistleblower, but these are my kids. These are everybody's kids. Nobody else will do that. We saw that we are betrayed. We were betrayed by every profession. Journalists, of course. The doctors, the nurses, the academia. Where were they? So it's nobody comes to save us. It's only us. Ling, thank you for joining. Thank you for exposing this. Who else will do that? Just Google that, Lisa says, and the red robes symbolize tongues of fire for this event. Something sinister about that. red mass is hypocrisy. So they have an event. They have a catering event. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. How about just one party? Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, we have another victim actually showing up. So, but hey, how are you? You comfortable being on camera? Yeah, I'm live streaming that. So that's fine. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Okay. You want to say something to the audience? Thanks for showing up.
Hi guys, I'm here. I made it even though I'm late. So they say it's better late than never. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, please always think of your children. Mom and dad fight sometimes, but as much as possible, please keep your children away from the quarrels. And no matter what, still make them feel they still have family by letting them see each other's parents. So if there's no domestic violence or no sexual abuse or anything or physical abuse, please do not hold your children against their mom or dad, because no matter what, they still deserve to have parents. Okay, I know it's painful when both parents, both husband and wife
I wanted to talk to you. I know
always think what's the best for your children. They deserve to have
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for showing up. It's important to see that everybody can be a victim, father, mother, a man, or a woman. That's what's going on. Yeah, so let me switch the camera so we can continue the journalistic coverage. Very, very happy, very cordial. Okay, so we can go to the comments.
All right, Joe.
They filmed us, no problem with that, right? Yeah, there were a lot of judges here. I wouldn't say a lot. I think they actually they formed a file with somebody actually filming them. I assume it was a journalist for a local newspaper. We'll see tomorrow, unless civil war erupts. So we'll probably see who covered that.
Guys, see that? Parental alienation is psychological abuse.
You can hold the mic if you wanna.
Okay. The parental alienation is psychological abuse, and please, as much as possible, stay away from that. As much as possible, remember the day that you and your wife or husband met each other, had a baby, and things. Whatever you went through, still try to do things to make your children feel they still have family, they still have mom and dad.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So there's a continuation there in the based on the past 2 years that we attended the event. They hold some sort of a party. We saw a catering truck coming in. They have it's a large church, it's a large building. They have a couple exit and entry points here. So they hold some sort of meal. I don't know, drinks apparently. Downside and down in the lower area level of the church building. So they continue there. That's the parking lot. We filmed it last year. I'm not sure. it's necessary this year. Last year McFarland was there, the year before. I did not see her this year, which makes me hopeful that the advocacy and exposure of the corruption, the public corruption helped.
It's paper napkins, or we're not going.
Monica, thank you for joining.
Give me a pinky.
Visson, thank you.
Done.
Thank you for joining.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for watching. Phenomenal participation here on the stream. Really grateful, guys and girls. The lights went off. Basically the event is wrapping up. They are moving to the next stage, which is a happy meal, festive meal, and filing out of the parking lot. I will not follow anyone particularly, but just to show you the disposition here. So that's the main hall. Thank you, Jacob. Kudos to everybody. It was an interruption. Sorry, I'm just getting calls. But basically, the main part of the event is over. It's 7:36. They were supposed to start at 6. They started around that time, I would say. when they are late.
Excuse myself because I want to ask a question. Are they allowed to do that? Like, to ignore people?
Oh, they yes, they ignore everybody. You know, that's fine. You know, we don't engage. You know, we just cover it peacefully. We don't want any issues, any false accusations. These people, many of them are, especially those in family court. I don't want to discount the whole profession. I still harbor hope that some of them are honest and fair people. I have not seen, unfortunately, any throughout my 7+ years, at least not in family court. They are the government, and we saw with the latest pandemic that government lies and cheats and scams in order to achieve totalitarian goals. This country is going toward communism in a very, very fast pace. I was born under communism. I know how it smells, and I think more and more Americans are seeing that now. And in no small part, I would say, major part of that is done by and through family court. So let me just document that for posterity. Thanks everybody for watching again. I'm walking down the stairs here. That's the parking lot. A lot of fancy car and less fancy cars, but there's a side entrance and the catering where they continue the celebration. So you can see, by the way, that, you know, the cars are here. Actually, a lot of cars here still in the parking lot. So they are there. That's the catering. That's not very appealing side entrance, but that's where they are. Blessed Sacrament Place. That's the catering. Public space, public parking lot, relatively small community. You see, completely peaceful, no NYPD, no issues, people eating in their car, less probably less interested in interacting with their colleagues. Documenting it for those who are still watching. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your patience and participation. Phenomenal participation. I really appreciate the support. It protects me, and I do firmly believe that my publicity and others' publicity protects us all. Because this tyranny can very, very quickly devolve into something much more egregious. Documenting it all. No issues. No public complaints, no reports, no false allegations. Coming back to the front of the church, I see that for a couple parking boards by those who joined me, and to preserve public evidence. Thanks everybody for those who are staying. You can assume that wrapping up. Hi, Ninja. How are you, sir?
You want to cut? You want to cut?
It's I'm on a public live. There's any issue with that? It's a public space, so yeah.
He's recording right now, so
That's
I don't want to be on that yet. So
Thank you so
all
much.
right,
Thank you.
just talk to him.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm wrapping up. It's for my audience.
Yeah, I just asked him what can he advise to the parent. I just asked him what can he advise to the parents to avoid
Let's go around the side.
to avoid the parental to avoid having a parental alienation in a family, and he said he cannot say unless he knows everything about it. surrounding
Was a
the
judge?
family.
Was an attorney?
He was an attorney. He said he was an attorney, right?
Was an attorney?
He's an attorney. Yeah, don't. I don't want to.
Well, listen, it's a public space. He walked away.
Yeah,
I respect that. That's you
It's,
don't have to consent to be.
I
in a
think
full-blown interview.
it's really like they're just human beings too. It's really very good.
This whole-
It's really attorneys and judges are just human beings too,
right
just like
aside.
us, and they cannot decide unless they're like evidence and everything. And unfortunately, some people they lie. Unfortunately, some evidence are not really are doctored. So that's the thing. But otherwise, it's really the only thing I can say is, guys, mom and dad, look inside of you. Whenever you have quarrels and things, take a deep breath or walk away, and talk each other when everything is fine, everything is calm. Because no matter what, we are the responsible for our children's. Let us not. Try to. I don't wanna cry. We need to be strong. We need to understand our differences as parents.
True.
And really let the children grow up with mom and dad. Even though you guys have to separate, let them see their parents.
Excellent. So
Let's them see
men
each other.
and women can unite on the basis of due
Yes.
process, jury trials, right, and keeping the Constitution of the United States alive, not erased. So, Annalie, thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
want to finish the broadcast here. So thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate your staying here for slightly more than an hour. It was an amazing online event. A lot of people participated. I appreciate everybody. You saw that you protected me, you protected the other parents who came with me, all of us who came together. That's hopefully, again, not to over-congratulate myself and others, but that's what needs to be done. We all need to become citizen journalists, coming here, coming to these events, covering them, and supporting each other. So I really appreciate your support, appreciate everybody who liked, who shared, who commented. It's not taken for granted. That's another red mess with signs of fire Janet McFarland without McFarland this time, it seems. So public advocacy and exposure of corrupt judges work. Whoever wants to check the corruption, everything is documented in the Fire McFarland public Facebook group. Nothing personal against her, but it's our job to hold these public officials who tear children apart from loving fathers and loving mothers accountable. Thanks everybody. Signing off. See you hopefully on Thursday with the great guest James Kelly with an update on his federal lawsuit for covering inside the courtroom this time. Thanks everybody. See you.